Camelot 331 here, and oh, it's getting spicy. It's getting spicy as hell. It's almost like I had a bunch of habanero salsa by the spoonful, baby. And it's that time again to sit down on the luscious white circle and release every combustive feeling in my body all at once and burn like somebody pepper sprayed me right betwixt my cheeks now. This is how spicy it's getting. Everybody that works at GameStop's had enough because they kind of see the writing on the wall. Looks like they're leaving. Looks like they're abandoning their post, and I am all for it because that place is a nightmare. Trust me, when you leave, you're going to put down your resume somewhere and get a job making double. That's easier with less scariness going on. That's for damn true. So, make sure, guys, you share this video so everybody gets to see what's going down because people are kind of misrepresenting what GameStop's been about lately. There's still employees in these stores, guys. I know we're watching the stock price, but there's still employees in these stores. We can't forget about them. I have a ton of messages, and we're going to look at some other stuff today. So let's get right into it. But make sure before we get into it, you give this video a thumbs up, doodle, and make sure you subscribe if you have not, and message me on Instagram and Twitter. So let's dive right in. Take a gander at this, okay? This is kind of the writing on the wall right here. So if you just check this out, look at this. This is on the employee Reddit. It says, tomorrow's my last day at GameStop. I've worked there almost 10 years. Shocking. Found a job that has nothing to do with retail or sales. I know GameStop's been difficult for a while, and I fought through everything, but this is something I can't pass up. I wish you all the best. Made a ton of friends and coworkers and whatnot. This person says, I was also October 2000 later. Still here and still struggling. This person said, I left after 8.5 years. This person said, May of 05, just left. Congrats on my last week. I'm so proud of you. People are saying congratulations and I'm proud of you. Just left after 7 years right here. Dude, insane. But let's keep going. Let's check this out. It keeps going. Was promoted to guest. Shocking. Couldn't handle the pressure anymore. It's been a long haul with GameStop, but ultimately, I've realized the toll on my mental health when I started turning to alcohol just to cope with the constant pressure of underperformance on top of everything else in my life, and ultimately became addicted. That sucks. Sorry to hear that. I was ruining myself, destroying my home life, all for a job who frankly didn't see me as anything else than a number. Funny. The same day I was terminated, I got a job offer and my starting pay was $4 more than I currently made at GameStop with no added pressure of achieving impossible goals on a weekly basis. That's awesome to hear. I'm just now coming to terms with the fact that I'm an addict. I'm seeking help, going to AA, and I've achieved 6 days sober today. Hell yeah, dude. To all the current employees, take care of yourself and know your worth. No job is worth making you feel like dirt. Oh my gosh. No job is worth your mental health. This person said, I'm in the same boat. My mental health is shot. I can just never get this place out of my head as a manager. The pressure, the disrespect, and all the constant crap we deal with. And keep in mind that GameStop's under new management with Ryan Cohen and everybody else. And they're not changing. They're it's the same old, probably even getting worse. Let's be honest. That's undamn believable. This person said, same thing happened to me. So congratulations to that guy. But we also got some messages, some crazy ass stuff that GameStop's doing. Check this one out right here. Check out this insane message. It says, hello. Over some time now, I've been watching your videos about GameStop and how horrible things were getting for a lot of people that worked for this magical place. Long story short, though, I was a store manager for one of these lovely locations. For a few years, I gave it my all and climbed the ranks of GameStop. In the last month, I decided that I had enough of the BS corporate and the DMs were having us do. They threatened us with corrective action if we used the $5 coupon right after signing up a membership because they want you to use it the next time they come in. They want you to make the customer come in for another time so they can make more profit. That's kind of how that works. So you're not allowed to use the coupon that you're totally within your rights to give to the customer, but they don't want you to tell the customer that because they love to lie to people. That's just how that works. And just the usual crap they force us to throw down the throats of the customers. Eventually, I looked for another job and got hired right away, which made me very happy that this nightmare was coming to an end. I had emailed my DM that I'll be stepping down in a few weeks to give them time to find a replacement. He told me that he would start looking right away to make it an easy transition. A few days later, I received an email from Workday stating that I was now an SGA and my pay had dropped. Shocking. My DM then calls me the next week and asks me why the store is underperforming, in which I replied with, because the store has no store manager because he already stepped down. My store was not allowed an ASL, so it was just a bunch of SGAs running the store. He then went on to mention that I was still in charge until the new SL comes in which I then told him that my demotion and pay decreased is no longer my problem. Shocking. Yeah, sorry, I'm not doing that. It did not make him happy. A week later, the new SL comes in and I started my new full-time job. I had told them that I couldn't work the days they had me working and that I had given them my availabilities a few weeks prior when I got my schedule from my new job. The new SL told me that he will fix it and let me know when my next day is. A few weeks pass and no word from anyone. So I decided to call. The new store leader tells me that I need to call the district manager about my availability. I call my DM and he begins to tell me that GameStop will no longer allow its employees to work a second job. What? They give SGAs like 3 hours. What? What the hell? That GameStop had to be my priority, and if they need me on certain days and I failed to show up, I will be terminated. I told him that I will not prioritize working 2 days a week for 3-hour shifts over a 40-hour week. He then told me that I had to make a choice, so I hung up the phone. A few days later, I went in and canceled all my pre-orders at my old store. All 55 of them. Oh my God. My DM was furious that I did not go through the proper channels to get my money back, so he ordered the new SL to stop putting me on the schedule, so I quit. I went in the next day to put in my 2-week notice and found out by another employee the day after that I'd been terminated. I'm so glad this nightmare is over. Not only did they demote the guy, okay, they demoted his ass and stopped paying him even though he said he was working through this notice. Not only that, they then said he wasn't allowed to work another job. You have to be okay with working 6 hours to pay for your family's needs or else you're fired. What? That makes no damn sense. That's absolutely dumb. And it sounds like something my old district manager at GameStop totally would have did. I'm not even shocked at all. I'm just so glad. I'm so glad that he canceled all his pre-orders. It makes me happy. But that's not all, guys. We got... We got a big message. So check out this insane, huge resignation letter sent directly to corporate. Because like I said, everybody's quitting and they're not happy with this damn place. Check this out, guys. So this says store leader resignation. I'm writing to submit my formal resignation from GameStop. The content of this letter expresses my opinions and experiences that have led to my resignation. I implore you to take time to read through the contents as it is the last action I take as an employee of GameStop. I believe that it's vitally important to your business operations to know the overall sentiments of your store leaders. I'm going to be honest, they probably don't care. I have spoken to numerous peers across the company, hearing shockingly similar concerns and experiences. For context, I've been a loyal employee of GameStop for the past 10 years. Currently, I'm running a store in a district. I was hired initially as a seasonal holiday employee in 2011, 2 weeks after moving to the United States from a different country. I worked my way being a store leader, which has been my position for the last 4 years. I've always believed that GameStop would be my career, that I could make a living from it. Unfortunately, the last 3 months have been the most stressful months of my life. In the previous year, 2 stores that I ran were closed. The consequence of the string of events was a transfer to a mall store, which I believe I have struggled to manage. Despite above average metrics in Q1 2021, which are these right here, my district manager gave me a final warning. Despite being above metrics, my DM has mentioned that he and his superiors are fully aware that the employees are cheating to inflate their numbers. So why, given that I am obtaining the numbers discussed above fairly, am I being held to such high standards? The corporate focus on meeting KPI goals instead of making money seems counterproductive. I can sell a $500 system without anything attached while being told that it was less successful than selling 6 piggy phone stands. Oh my God. My district manager specifically said that I had given him nothing in 3 months. I've managed this current store. Shit. Where is the business logic here? My store has made by far the most money in the district this year. $300,000 in sales, $100,000 in PGM. And that means nothing to corporate or my district manager. This business approach has decreased the morale of most employees, the lowest I've seen or experienced in my decade of working here. There is a mass exodus of employees leaving from stores in my district and in the company. I want to reiterate something, guys. When I was there, yes, we had metrics, But basically what mattered was operating profit. All across the board, it was always profit. And then in 2014, they started a small thing called the Circle of Life ranking system. And it didn't matter how much profit you had. It didn't matter. They still would be angry if you didn't hit certain arbitrary metrics. And that's basically what's going on here. But it's even way worse. It's even way worse. So the ranking system promotes toxicity in the workplace and leads hardworking employees to believe they're failing. Often, we're told that if we're not performing within the top 50% at all times in the region, then we're failing at the store. The standard is unachievable. It's statistically impossible to maintain that level of performance at all times. Yes, that is correct. I have never seen such a scorched earth business policy as I have at GameStop. I have witnessed neighboring districts send task to write up associates that are under 2 wins per quarter. Not just that, but any bottom performing associate, regardless of the store's rank, is meant to be written up. This nonsense causes the fear of the job security, implying that any associate is expendable no matter historical performance or otherwise. That's been a thing for a while. Also, I've never been spoken to so disrespectfully by a superior or a boss in my entire career at GameStop as I have recently. I have attached an example of our correspondence at the bottom. In March, I had 5 of the symptoms on our daily COVID checklist. Fortunately, I did not test positive. I called my district manager to inform him that I would be out until I received my test results. While I was out on wellness time due to being ill over the holidays, I was willing to use PTO to ensure the safety of our guests and other associates. He responded that I could not use any of my vacation time to cover any time I was out, and that any time taken off would be unpaid. So he was just not allowed to use his PTO that he earned. Afterward, HR informed me that I could use my PTO for the precise purpose. Sadly, I'm losing all my PTO due to labor laws that do not require employers to pay out time once leaving the company. Shocking. In April, my district manager suggested that I shadow another manager at a different mall store to understand better what was and was not working for them. At the strong suggestion of the district manager, I went into another location. Due to transportation issues, I did not have a direct method of getting home, so I requested a lift home. When asked about potential reimbursement, my district manager retorted, "You made the decision to not only work in that store on your own, but also request a lift home. Therefore, it's not our responsibility." That's a very GameStop thing to say. So, as you can see, he's talking about all his vacation. They won't let him take his vacation, any of his PTO. Undamn believable. When handing me my final based on performance, he told me, "You should take the next few days to think about what's the next step for you." Whatever the step is, I fully support it, he says. Simply by framing the statement that manner, he all but directly suggested that I should resign, which is what my district manager did as well. Yesterday, I stayed in a conference call to ask about making the next 2 weeks without me, and the conversation went as follows. "How did you want me to make the 2 weeks out on the schedule without me on it?" He said, "Don't bother." He said, "Okay, I figured I would ask as there is a task on GTO about getting it done today. Should I mark that complete?" He said, "Sure, whatever." What followed was him hanging up on me. So as you can see, the district managers take this very personal to you. They take it very personally when you voice any concern. I have voiced concerns to him numerous times. I've told him that I'm frequently overwhelmed in the store and would have more success in a lower volume store as I previously helmed. Constantly, he would tell me that it wasn't an option at all. Between the die-hard focus on KPIs and being overwhelmed, I felt set up for failure either way. He also said that by admitting to being more comfortable in lower volume store, such as I've been in the length of my career, I was giving up. When he was the one who posed the question in the first place, asking, "Do you think you'd be better in a lower volume store?" I am sending this email because it's disheartening to see that my career with GameStop ends on such a negative note after such commitment. The writing is clearly on the wall for my career here at GameStop. For the sake of my mental health, it's better that I resign before someone pushes me out of the company otherwise. I've become so mentally exhausted that there's days where my wife doesn't even recognize who I am anymore. I don't know what the future holds. Undamn believable. My final suggestion, send out a corporate GSO survey asking everybody basically about the morale. So this person's saying that they've been here for so long and it just doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Undamn believable. And the unfortunate thing is corporate will never read this. They will instantly delete this. So make sure you share this video so corporate has to look at it. That's basically the point. GameStop employees are leaving in droves. It's going to get to the point where they can't even open their stores anymore. And I totally see that happening. GameStop doesn't care about their associates. They really never have. And they've really showed it in the last 3 years very specifically. I think these stores are going to go only digital. I think there will be no more stores, and that's why they don't care. I mean, Ryan Cohen is supposed to be this revolutionary leader that's going to save the company, and doesn't really look like he gives a damn either. He needs to release a statement saying he's going to work on improving quality of life for employees, but he won't do that either because he's currently making millions. I mean, the CEO that just resigned made a $168 million bonus. I'm shocked. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, though. That's real damn important. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter and message me on there. That's also real important. That's very damn important. And also, do me a big old favor. Make sure you get the hell on it. Doggone it. Bye. Yeah. Hot diggity dog. Shocking.